What's up, guys? So we got our gauge bracket mounted. So you may, like anything in the motorcycle world, especially when you customize things, you may have to use some parts from your old stuff. So I used the washers that were here, which create, I mean, I guess you wouldn't necessarily need them, but it's always a good idea because they help reduce vibration into the gauges and keep the needle from jumping around. So we removed those from here and put them in between the gauge mount and this. Found a nice little spacer. You can find all these parts are available at the hardware store, so it's kind of, be creative. We don't really include them in the kits because every application is different. Some people, this gauge mount, you can certainly mount above, up here. I personally like everything slammed down as low as I can for a couple reasons. It gives a nice profile to the top of the bike, and it also brings things down so it closes this gap and it makes everything seem more compact, which I like. I never liked them all ginormous sticking up here like that. So basically at this point, we've got this mounted. It's really sturdy, guys. That's not going anywhere. It's probably as sturdy, if not more sturdy than the factory. And now it's just time to throw in our gauges here. So our tag. And if you notice, I'm standing on a step stool because I built this awesome table, but it's a little too high to do anything on top of the bike. So now, in another video, I will show you how I'm going to make this table be able to go up and down with a bottle jack and some gas pipe. So it's going to be cool. Little ghetto, but it's still better than an $800 table in my world. All right, tack is in. Speedo goes in over here. Now again, what's nice about these Hondas is on their trim ring on the bottom here, it actually has rubber grommets on it already, so it'll keep it nice and sealed up. Go gadget height. Wish I was a little bit taller. Yeah. There we go. Then I'm sure if I was taller, I might want to be a little shorter. Nah, probably not. I don't think anyone ever says that. All right. There we go. Our gauges are mounted up. So now what would you do next? Oh, don't forget you put your factory lights back in. You could certainly get LED bulbs for this that have resistors so they'd be a little brighter. You don't need to, but those are you're gonna need those to illuminate your gauges. So next, what we would do is you buy this assembled as a kit. It'll have these ready to add. These will all be ready in there and ready to wire up. So basically what you'll do, if you've never taken a headlight bezel off, you'll realize that everything that you need for this gauge is inside the headlight. So what you would do is then, I don't use the wiring diagrams for a couple reasons. One, they look like the Matrix to me. It's hard for me to read. Two, a test light hooked to the negative on the battery and a light in your set. You can find every switch you need. So, and most of the orange, the turn signals are always the same color. I think one's always orange, one's always gray. Pretty universal in bikes. So anyways, what you do is you'd find all those wires and you'd splice into them. You can do the splice kind, or you can actually just connect them separately, run a new wire. Either way, it doesn't matter. All the negatives can get wired together, so that makes it pretty easy. And then you just have to run the positive lines to the oil light, the neutral switch, your brights, and then each turn signal. And then you've got a fully functioning LED, new technology. You still the retro feel of the old gauges. By all means, you could use new gauges too if you wanted to. I see no reason that you couldn't drop in a gauge the same size as this. Maybe in a future build we'll have some designs for that as well, and that would be cool. So basically, what you got here. Pardon me. We just pull the camera off. Technical. So we've got a fully functioning gauge cluster. with LED turn signals. LED indicators, LED warning lights, and a spot for the ignition switch. Now, on this Honda, typically the ignition switch is like down here, okay, under the tank, somewhere down here, okay. But for this application, I decided to move it up here because it looks cool and it fits this gauge really well. So you could paint this, you could polish it, you could do whatever you wanted to, but it's got a great profile and it's a really cool way to upgrade your indicator lights, but also keep the retro look of the gauges. Or like I said, if you wanted to put new gauges in, you certainly could do that. That's what I got for you guys today. I hope you liked it. Stay tuned. I'll have a video probably how I wire this up. This bike actually isn't getting this particular panel because we're doing a new speedometer on it, but we will be getting a custom-made speedometer bracket for it. So if you guys need anything made or cut, please reach out. That's kind of what we do. And we'll be selling these gauges on hopefully a couple of our friends in the business soon. So if you want to get one, just reach out, let us know, give us a like. Please feel free to share this stuff. Oh, one last thing, if you noticed my goggles that I'm wearing, if you followed me, you'll know a couple weeks ago I got a shard of aluminum in my eye. So I'm not messing around. All I need is a snorkel, maybe some flippers, and I'll be set to go. So in case it rains a lot, I'll also be able to jump out of the garage and take a swim. So I hope you guys liked it. We'll talk to you soon. Have a great day.